Are you ready for your penultimate act?
Yeah.
I know.
I
know. They can't hear what all there's two more. There's two more. That's why I said penultimate. There's ultimate. Okay, all right, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, Lise.
My name is Lise. I am a service designer. I make processes better for NGOs and local governments. I bring efficiency to the world. I also have the imposter syndrome. I really don't understand why my clients hire me. It's quite tough. It's even my name is against me. It spells as L-I-E-S. It doesn't help. And then recently, I did a criminal act. The police were called twice. Quiz. What is the worst process to lock your bike? I thought I had a good process. I lock my bike twice, and I attach it to something sensible. A fence, a bike stand, my boyfriend's bike, for safety, for efficiency, and slightly obsessive-compulsive reasons. And then, no. The other day, with my daughter Flo, who is 1 year old, I went to the museum to meet up with my friend Sophie. And I arrived there at the museum, and I didn't see anywhere to attach my bike to. It's like drama. But I knew my friend had arrived ahead of me in the museum. She was already there, and I knew she had a decent bike with a decent, nice child carrier on it. So when I looked around, I saw only one bike. I locked my bike twice, attached it to it, problem solved. Efficiency, safety, innovation. Just like what I do in my clients. So me and my friend Sophie, our children, we met in the museum. We had 3 long, enjoyable hours in the playground of the museum. And then near the end of our conversation, my friend tells me that she had walked to the museum. My bike, I didn't tell you this yet. I love my bike. My bike is called Road Stallion. And Road Stallion, who is everything I need to carry my children and household and everything, I can't lose my bike, was attached to a stranger. Turns out the bike was attached to a bike that belonged to a thin lady, very pointy eyebrows, and dressed, A-line skirt, blue, green top, flowers on it, decent mom clothes. And behind her was a matching little girl sitting on the pavement behind our hastily married bikes. This girl, she looked like she was in deep need of some homemade soup. It was getting chilly, and I looked at myself through the eyes of this pointy eyebrow lady. And my child, Flo, she was all smudged from playing like a puppy in the playground. I, wearing baggy jeans with rough edges, head for some, probably not for this mom. I looked like a totally irresponsible tramp. Me, bringer of efficiency. Turns out that this thin lady with the decent clothes and the nicely dressed girl, she wasn't just a decent mom, she was also part of the police. Decent mom and police. Big trouble. I felt so bad. Me, bringer of efficiency, was now wasting the government's time. Ta-da! Hire me! I I will make your processes better. Just watch where you put your bikes. So she had called her colleagues, the police, to reclaim some efficiency in her day, and she made me call them back. Nobody answered. I got a hold music tune, a lovely eerie tune, while pointy eyebrows was lasering me to death with her eyes. I wonder how they choose the tunes for these moments. Do you imagine all the situations in which you might be ringing? Someone ran a red light. Someone did a terrorist attack. Someone attached their bike to the police chief's bike on her day off. And they all get the same tune. A lovely, eerie tune. That will relax them. The police finally answered. They apologized for the wait. They appreciated that the situation with the bikes was solved already. Not so much of a criminal anymore. Not feeling so much as an imposter anymore. I did save them a crime scene visit. Everyone makes mistakes. So now, yeah, there's a lot of talk on this imposter syndrome among the people that I work with. We all work for NGOs, forward-thinking government institutions, and they all have too much work and not enough staff, not enough money. So we need to be extra efficient with their time and money. I would do it for free, if I could, but I need to eat. And when the time comes to invoice an NGO, I think it's always very stressful. So stressful. So when is what I did good enough to charge money out of their tiny budgets? Imagine you are a tiny budget. You don't want to become even smaller. When you give away your arm and your leg, it needs to be for something really good, like saving children in a war zone good, not plans for what a future service might look like. And there is this bookkeeping thing, unbillables. Unbillables is the work I do, but I cannot charge anyone for it. Most of my unbillables go up to pondering on whether what I charge, is it too much? Will I set organizations years back? Or is it too low, and do I look like an amateur who lives off of fairy gifts? It's just not efficient, this imposter syndrome. It's counterproductive. It goes against all my efficiency beliefs. Here I am, I want to bring you efficiency. I feel like an imposter. So I'm less efficient, so I feel more like an imposter. I think I know what to do. I'm a service designer. I'll design a service. A service for all imposter syndrome suffering people like me. And that service will help them decide on how much to charge for the wonderful, thoughtful work they do. And I'll be the savior of all imposter syndrome sufferers. Yeah. I just need to decide how much to charge for that. Thank you and good night.